this one. Mary Kay Cabot, Browns linebacker coach Jason Tarver is a finalist for the DC job, has been promoted to one-game coordinator, while safeties coach Ibrahim Banda, who interviewed for the Post, has been promoted to pass game coordinator. Cornerback coach Brandon Lynch to pass game specialist per source. So let's break this down. Basically what they did is your boy Rudy, Coach Rudy, who's the new defensive coordinator from Atlanta. He's the defensive coordinator. Jason Tarver, who was a specialist. A lot of people was like, I don't know, is he going to move? I never thought that Jason Tarver was going to go to another squad, because of the simple fact and simple situation was he's not the same level as Jim Schwartz, and it's hard to get another job this late in the game. There are no new jobs available, so I expected him to stay. He's been promoted to the run game coordinator, right? So that's one person that's going to take care of the run game and basically teach the new defensive coordinator how they want to move and what they were doing before, right? Safeties coach, he'll be promoted to the pass game coordinator. Again, breaking this up, I like the way they went about doing this. I love it, because what you really want to do with this new defensive coordinator is, and the reason they brought him in was because he had more wrinkles that he was bringing to the table. And I think I got that tweet as well. Let me get that. So I believe I had that tweet, and it talked about what he was bringing to the table. Let's see, here we go. Yeah, Daniel Ofusi talked about this. He said defensive fronts that the Browns utilize under Jim Schwartz are very similar to the ones new DC Mike Ruttenberg coach up alongside Robert Saleh in New York. I'd expect them that to remain intact. The Browns were impressed with Ruttenberg's knowledge of all three levels of the defense and ability to add wrinkles, right? So for me, the wrinkles are some of the things that he's going to bring to the table. And so when you look at this and you go back to what Mary Kay talks about, he's going to bring the wrinkles. Tarver will handle the run game coordinator stuff up front. Ibrahim Banda will take care of the pass game stuff. And then, DB coach Brandon Lynch is a pass game specialist. So basically everybody got a bag. Everybody got upgraded, new resume tips. Everybody now has that on their resume. They gave them a bump with that. They give them a bump with the cake, with the money. And now you got the best of both worlds. You bring in a guy that's innovative, that's going to put a twist on the defense. Plus, you got the guys who know what they were running, understand what those guys are as position coaches, understand what they ran last year, and is able to implement that again this year with the new wrinkles. I like it. 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 And now I get that new fresh energy. See, when this new Cleveland thing is about fresh energy. We talked about that. The new Cleveland ain't just talking about new Cleveland is, it's just a moniker that has to do with the quarterback. No, it ain't. New Cleveland is about a new fresh mindset. New Cleveland, hashtag New Cleveland, is about a new way of thinking about that. See, if you didn't catch what I was doing, this has been a storybook, right? I told you earlier in the show, in my monologue, I told you where we came from. I told you what it looked like. We referenced our elders. We referenced what the dog pound was, right? But then we talked about needing new energy. See, we need the conversion to happen. They say, what's your biggest thing that you want to do, G. Bush, in 2026? I'm trying to turn CU aunties into Browns fans. I'm trying to turn the uncles into Browns fans. I'm trying to turn the people that gave up on the Browns and bring it back because they didn't like what was going on. I'm trying to bring them back into the fold. I'm trying to get some of these old people that checked out, and I'm trying to get some new dudes, some millenniums, some Gen Zs, some Gen Xs, people that wasn't even into football. I'm trying to get them in the camp. I want the people to still be invigorated when we talk about these Browns backers. See, New Cleveland is new energy. It's new money. It's new car smell. It's new carpet. You know what I'm saying? It's fresh. It's freshly redone, refinished floors. It's that new white tee that you take out and you put it crispy, the Hanes, it just fit different, right? It's the new pair of J's you got already ready to go. It ain't nothing like an all fresh pair of white Air Force Ones. That is the new feeling. So we talked about it from the players aspect. Now we got to get to the coaches aspect. New Cleveland is bringing new wrinkles. We like what Jim Schwartz brought to the table. Well, how we evolving? How we gonna elevate that? You can still have a great recipe, but you can elevate that recipe by adding your own flair to it, adding a different ingredient, a different twist. And that's what we're trying to get here. So there's a lot of people that is not interested in change. They're not interested and excited in that change, right? But only thing in life that's going to happen is change. Get with it. You can either sit here and start questioning your mortality, or you're going to say, I'm going to live every day to the fullest of my ability. I like what the Browns is doing because I got a new direction with a head coach. I got a new energy where the general manager actually has some say-so on what he's doing and picking players. I got a new exciting running back. I got a young quarterback I'm excited to see. I got 2 first-round draft picks that we trying to get together. I got Miles. I got a bunch of different things that I'm excited about watching because I watched the Cleveland Browns for 6 years with that stale, old philosophy, all the dry turkey. Like these guys was like watching. I hated watching the Browns offense. I hated watching the way it was just stagnant and nasty. Sorry, Atlanta. Maybe you might be better there. I'm trying to see something new. And you people don't understand business. Let me explain business principles, tactics. See, I'm a business. I went to business school. Let me tell you how owners think. This is crazy right here. 1,600 people, hit the like button wherever you at. This is crazy right here. It's gonna hit different. If you think about this, if you take a look at Shador Sanders strictly from a marketing, financial, fan base, economical place, there is almost no company that's going to give away. Think about this, that is going to get rid of that. Think about any product that you have, whether it's a good, it's a service. The demand for it seems to be exponential. There's demand to hear him talk. There's demand for his jersey. There's demand to hear and to see and all of that. You take a look. If you have a product and people are willing to pay whatever for it, yet it seems that the demand is exponential, you know what kind of money you make with that? They don't even have to put marketing dollars behind him. He already does his own marketing. You play Shador Sanders. If Shador Sanders is on your roster, it's free money. If you're an owner and a business owner, and just for instance say, they don't care about winning. If they wanted to be nefarious, they could go behind closed doors and say, hey, even if Shador Sanders isn't good, he has a large enough fan base and enough physical talent that we can justify him playing for 3 or 4 years and just be like, yeah, we're going to develop him for 4 years. As long as he gets incrementally better here or there, we can sell that to our fan base because his fan base is exponentially larger. By the way, they've already done the research. See, the Browns fan base, it all ties back in. Remember, I said, look at the faces of the people that talked about the dog pound. What age group are they? The Cleveland Browns have an aging fan base. The Cleveland Browns have an aging fan base. I did a case study in college about why nobody liked Cadillacs anymore. I did a case study that said Cadillac and Buick and Lincoln Continentals. My father, my dad had a pearl white 69 Lincoln Continental with the door, with the white. It was eggshell white with the maroon on the top. He loved that car. Guess what? That was his generation. What happened to Lincoln as we got in college? It became known as an old person's car. It became his old uncle's car or OG's car, a gas guzzler that wasn't efficient and new people didn't like it. The last Cadillac that we had that we actually cooked and liked was the Cadillac Escalade or the Lincoln Navigator. Past that, nobody was buying them. They said, what happened? Well, that went out with the Temptations and the Four Tops. Ain't nobody running around here. They were signing record deals for Cadillacs. You got to evolve. So the Cleveland Browns fan base in the dog pound, all of those individuals that was into the dog pound, all them individuals in the 80s when the team left and came back, that generation is gone. It's an aging fan base. And the Browns have a unique opportunity with Shador Sanders to flip their fan base. Why you see all them young kids with the jersey, with the wrist up? You see, the thing about football and the thing about loyalty and brand loyalty and marketing, the first generation of Browns fans became Browns fans because of Jim Brown. After Jim Brown played, he was global. Why do you think there's people all over the world that believe that Jim Brown was the greatest football player? and the Cleveland Browns had that people thought the Browns was named after Jim Brown. So it's very rare that you have a person with enough pull that can bring you a new fan base, that could give you a whole nother lease on life. And they're at the precipice of it right now where they could just cash it out. Why would I, as a business owner with a commodity like that, turn around and give it up for a no-name gangster named Malik Willis? I mean, I don't understand. Ain't no possible way that we moving around and you talk about Malik Willis. Malik Willis don't got no pull. Malik Willis ain't got no pull. Ain't got no. Malik Willis, even if he was all-pro, wouldn't be worth more money than Shador Sanders cooking right now. Malik Willis could make the Pro Bowl and still wouldn't gross what Shador Sanders did. You think Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold won the Super Bowl. You think he gonna make the Seahawks more money? Absolutely not. But then again, these are Ivy League people. They already know that. So when y'all be talking about this 2026 stuff, I be looking at y'all like, that man's gonna cash these checks all the way to the bank. And then if he hits the lottery and he is really good, then it's over. Then he gonna print money. Because guess what? He just successfully reinvigorated his fan base. He successfully added more millions and millions of fans to the fan base. And you became a global brand. Why do you think the Chicago Bulls became a global brand? Because they had Jordan. Why do you think the Lakers was? Because they had Magic. Am I saying that Shador Sanders is any of those? No. But what I am saying is he has the marketing prowess, the name, and the potential to be a gold mine. You think that Mendoza, boy, And let me just tell you this, you let LeBron James and Shador Sanders be in the same city at the same time, you let Shador Sanders, LeBron James, and Myles Garrett be in the same city, and James Harden, it's a renaissance. It's a renaissance. Y'all better, hey, listen, y'all don't hear them rain clouds coming? It's okay. I'll build the ark. I'll build one. Y'all want to come along? I got some space for some people. I got a couple doors ready down here. Hey, listen, I got a couple compartments for y'all. It's a few people that want to get in there on the ark, because that storm is brewing right now. Change is brewing right now. Like, we on the precipice of it. Right now, you may look back and say, what a time to be alive. This is what I felt like in 2016. This is what I felt like in the mid-90s when the Indians was rolling. Can you imagine? Two of America's most wanted at the same place at the same time. This is Tupac and Snoop. It's Nas and Jay-Z. Can you imagine? Can you imagine in October, Browns is cooking, LeBron makes his debut? Y'all boys, hey, listen, don't be knocking on my door. I'm going to tell you, because the CU aunties, they don't be forgetting. The aunties might hope, I'll open the door for you. The aunties isn't there being petty. No, under no circumstances, not even. No. Who at the door? Hey, look, hey, the aunties is in there kicked up with the AC on. It start raining in the ark. They're like, who at the door? Hey, so-and-so, go over and see who that is. I know that ain't so-and-so over there. He think he getting in here? Well, listen, we told him it was raining, and under no circumstances, he was doing the most. He was doing the most 2 years ago. Who at the door? No solicitor. He thought he gonna come over here and knock on the door talking about we was good. No, he wasn't. We saw you all last year, sir. Please have 4 seats. I'm like, hey, what's going on over there? Nothing. G. Bush, you sit over there. Worry about navigating. You sit over there. We got the door. We got the door. Anitra, go get the door. Getting up in here. Hey, Rosie, you sit back. Don't you go there. Don't you stand by that door. You sit right over there. Oh, man, this is crazy. Let's get to it. We got to get to these super chats, man. We got to get to them. I apologize. I think my camera is heating up, so it's dropping up out of here. So we'll continue to go on like it is. Let's get to super chat of the day. Let's get to the super chat of the day. You got it ready? You got it ready? Super chat of the day. Lawrence RBE 2661. Shout out to ARP. I've been watching his blogs. ARP been cooking. Hey, Verb, we got some things to talk about, Verb. And Black Gloves Millsy. Jay Mills is out here cooking. If you know, you know. Lawrence RB says, I was watching 12 highlights, and it really seemed like the explosive plays came from 12 calling audibles or audibling. Any truth to that? Let's get to that. I definitely feel that when you talk about the situation, and you have Shador Sanders, what he does, he's special in terms of being special outside the framework of what the structure of the offense is. And people will tell you, Todd Monken is a fan of that. Sometimes, and nowadays, people will use that against you. It's almost like being like back in the day when they used you being a mobile quarterback, that all of a sudden, because you was a mobile quarterback, that you couldn't throw the ball, you couldn't run the ball, and because you ran the ball, it was somehow detracting from what it was. Absolutely not. Shador Sanders is special when it comes to doing those things. The throw he made against the Raiders, ridiculous. His deep ball accuracy, ridiculous. The fact that he sees the deep ball coming open is crazy. And those traits that he has, what actually separates him from Dylan Gabriel. That's why I don't have conversations. I can't have no conversations with these folks that is not breaking down the film on a consistent basis. Because we watch right over here on the barbershop with everybody in here, by the way. If you want to become a member, you can wait till later on. But let me just tell you something. If you want to be a member, this year is going to be great because you're going to get access to talking about them film breakdowns, and they're going to be crucial. We now going to get Shador Sanders to be able to be breaking some of this stuff down. And now when Shador is starting, guess what? See, people don't understand. I can go to training camp anytime I want. I was there last year. I had to pull up last year. So now you're going to get that inside information. But the film work really helps you understand. And when people start to tell you certain things, see, right now, this is a clear, important reason. The reason we do film breakdowns over here, and we do it with Tyvis, and we do it after every single game, is because the same things that we talk about right now, people will try to tell you, he's bad, he was bad, he was bad. They can't do that to you. They be mad that you can't do that to the barbershop game. You know why? Because they've been sitting in here watching. Matter of fact, I challenge everybody, not only challenge them. When those guys are telling you how bad he played, you have access to go watch every single members only live on demand. Go back and check out the members only live. If you became a member today, go back and check in the members only live archives, and you'll see game after game after game, and you can watch for yourself what he was doing. So when they say all that nonsense, they can't bring you that way because you guys have already seen what we've seen. So I was watching the highlights, and there's definitely truth to the fact that he can move around and he can throw that football. And that's part of his game. But it's also part, he is accurate, and it's also a part that he can play in structure. So all of those things go hand in hand, and don't let people try to be a detractor because of that. Don't let people tell you that that's not a situation, and that might happen. Don't let them tell you that. So shout out to that. As a matter of fact, and that was our, let's get that's our super chat. That's our super chat of the day. Shout out to Lawrence. You will get this barbershop Nike joint right here. We will get that to you. Send me your information to Fifth Dimension Media 1@gmail.com. Fifth Dimension Media 1@gmail.com. Let us know where we can send it, your shirt size, your information, address, phone number, and we will get that out to you. We already got our last shirt out. And if you're interested in this shirt, you can find it at bushlinebeauty.com. And it comes in women's sizes. It comes in a women's frame, and it comes in multiple colors for this Nike barbershop joint. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you continue to do that. Let's get back to our chat really quickly here. If my camera goes out, don't worry about it. I think it's overheating. So what we'll do is try to get back through to as much as we can. If it cuts out, we will get to it, and we'll make sure that everything is squared away. Let's go with this. This now. All right, let's get to this. Desmond Johnson. Gee, y'all trading for Anthony Richardson now, man. They really don't want Shador around here. I seen it all from the Browns media. Desmond, we appreciate you being a member. That ain't nothing. Come on, man. That ain't nothing. That's crazy. Like I don't pay no attention to it. You can't even give me a good reason why. And I haven't heard a good reason why. Here's the problem that these cats got. Anytime they talk about bringing somebody in, Every time you talk about bringing somebody in, ask them one question. What do you like about that person's game? What do you like about, if you want to bring Anthony Richardson in, tell me why you like Anthony Richardson. See that? Don't let them put the burden. The burden ain't on Shador Sanders. That ain't the burden. The burden is on the person asking you why you would take this person. Why do you want to be? So and guess what? Most likely they can't articulate an argument that tells you the merits of that person. The only thing they could do is juxtapose what they believe in preconceived notions in their brain versus what Kirk Cousins is or whoever it is. Tell them to not mention Shador and say, why do you like Anthony Richardson? After they get done telling you that, which they won't have much to say, it'll look kind of crazy. But that's how you debunk that. You look wild if you say that. Why you like Malik Willis? How many games he play? What you like about him? By the way, here's a secret. These dudes don't even be watching these dudes play like that. Ain't nobody watching Kyler Murray on a consistent basis. You telling me you tuning in to Arizona Cardinal games? Come on, guys. Come on. Deanna Bowens. My grandfather was the exact same way, humming a tune, always outside in the backyard doing something. Man, you know, they don't build, you know, when my grandfather passed, my grandmother passed at the age of 91. And when my grandmother passed, you know, she always give him a hard time. You know, your grandma and grandpa be going back and forth. Oh, why you doing that? Crazy part about it is when he passed away, she told me, she said, you know, they don't make men like that no more. They don't make them like that no more. And I agree. I look at my dad. I look at my dad and I said they don't make them like that really no more. I be trying to base what I be doing off that. My mom can my mom asked my dad to go do something. He just be like, all right. Like he'll be doing stuff. He'll have to drive around and do a bunch of stuff and then have to get up and go to work the next morning. It's crazy. My grandfather his demeanor, he was so cool with it. He knew how to carve with a pocket knife. He cut up fish. He can cook, self-sufficient. He used to make bird houses, man, fix up a car. You bring your car over, he just know what is wrong. Mm-hmm. I see your car pulled up in the parking lot. Sound like your solenoid going bad. How you know that? They just knew about ear, bro. Get up every single day. Working, it's just crazy. That generation of people, to me, it's tough because you wake up some days and you remember what it used to be like. And today, you just continue to go on and you try to make it the best you can. But there is a lack of connectivity with a lot of families and people. I think even within our own households, I miss those Sundays. You know, my grandmother and grandfather passed away. And when they passed, it almost seems like things just fell apart on both families, right? You know, people argue more. People talk less. There's no gathering. People start moving over here doing their thing. They over here doing their thing. And it just doesn't seem like, I just remember and reminisce about how, you know, it was just a sense of community. It was just, you know, people, it was a thing where people looked out for people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that somebody would be looking down at the bottom of the hill. They'd be like, Miss George, I seen your grandson down here. You bet not be doing nothing crazy. Because by the time you get from the bottom of the hill at the playground and Miss Johnson had called up here to Miss George, your grandma already be on the porch looking at you. Get in here. Dang. If you know, you know. Yoshi Doshi, no worries. I'll live forever and carry on for all generations, then write books about it, unless the Browns cause me multiple simultaneous organ failures. Now we rebuke that. We ain't gonna have no organ failure around here. But we rallying the team up, man. My goal is to get everybody on one banner, one band, one sound. I get it. I understand, bro. When the CU aunties came in and pulled up, I said, listen, we get y'all. We understand. But by this is all done and done over and said with, I'm just looking for some new Browns fans. I've been recruiting undercover. I've been covertly recruiting since day one. We want the same thing. And now we got an opportunity to get the fresh start and do it. See, y'all didn't see the master plan. See, a lot of y'all outside of here was contentious. I don't know what they coming over here and doing. I don't know why they coming over here. This is Browns territory. Hey, man, listen, man, whoa. This is like in-laws. We drafted Shador. That's they family. At the end of the day, they riding with him. The same way you marry somebody and they your in-laws, you don't get to just, they looking at you like, I don't know if you're going to be around like that. I don't know if you're going to be in my life. You married my daughter, or you married my niece. So you got to show up. You got to they ain't going to make you comfortable either, because they don't know. They're like, do I need you to invest in this G. Bush guy? I don't know about him. But every meal you show up, when you show up and you got a demeanor, how they treat their family members. I mean, he always come in, he respectful, always asks what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Always speak. And by the time you go to Thanksgiving and you show up every time, and then you show up to the grandma's parties, and you show up to all of the events, and you make sure that you're there on Thanksgiving. You make sure that you go around and you do things at Christmas. And you make sure that you check up on folks. You don't become family overnight. Family becomes family by what you do, your actions. So we just trying to grow this thing. And now I think we at the ground level where we can do that. We got a fresh start with a coach. We got a fresh start with new people and new energy out here. We got some young players that want to do something. Let's get behind them. Patrick Williams, G. Bush Cleveland Media has compared 7 games to quarterback vets that's been in the NFL 4 or 5 years. How is that fair? Cleveland media is delusional and toxic. They're not interested in being fair. I told you, they're not Browns fans like that. For most people, this is a job. We shouldn't expect more. It's a job for them. That's part on me. That's on me. I wasn't explaining it like this. See, I'm trying to be fair with it. But in 26, I'm moving on. I'm for the Browns. This is what I want to do. Let's win. All the rest of that stuff, they go to the wayside. Not interested in talking about nobody else's quarterback. As a man, I don't believe you should be talking about people's wives all the time. Actually, be truthful is very detrimental to your health. Stop mentioning other people's quarterbacks, bro. Develop your quarterback. Stop talking about what John and Martha is doing. You take your wife on a date. We always run around talking about somebody else's wife, somebody else's girlfriend that got let go. You gonna break up with your wife because the dude down the street is an upgrade? I think she an upgrade. Yep. Stop. Come on, man. Develop your own. Put your own work in. This is not microwavable. We could get this quarterback and then we're gonna be good. Stop. Actually, it's kind of corny, to be truthful. I'm gonna be honest with you. Every single day you just bring up another quarterback. Like, come on, man. That's not football. It's actually not good content either. ATL Big Walt. I'm from Denver and a Broncos fan and a Shador Sanders fan. Draft the best left tackle. We need that too. You know what's so crazy, Big Walt? We've been knew that for a whole year. We keep saying that's what we need. And guess what they do every single time? Tell you to draft Caleb Downs. Tell you to draft the best available defensive tackle or defensive end. Even though we used the last 2 first-round picks on Mike Hall, a second-round pick. Then we got Mason Graham, a first-round pick. You got Myles Garrett, right? Carson Sweatshirts, your second-round pick. They tell you all this stuff. But then you get to the draft, and you got the same people telling you, take best available. Give me a safety. It's because they're not interested in actually being truthful. They ain't trying to have them win like that. They know good and well a safety is not going to move the needle. They know that. Ben Scott, G say the negative narrative was over. So, I tell you what, it ain't really never going to be too over. Like, that's just what we are right now, Ben. It's where we are right now. And it's okay. Everybody can do content the way they want to do content. But what I want to do is I want to cultivate a place. The barbershop is a place in 2026. If you want to really come over here and you want to talk about some football, if you really want to come over here and talk about the Cleveland Browns and you want to see the Cleveland Browns win and you want to know what the Cleveland Browns can do to win and you want to see progress and you want to cheer for your team, you want to root for your team, you want to break your team down, this is a place to be. That's the place to be. That's what I'm putting out. That's what I'm offering. Because we moving forward, not backward. And a lot of the problems that we got is people is trying to relitigate. They trying to relitigate because they knew it was wrong. And I told you it was going to happen. And it came to pass. I told you he was going to get a shot to play. Told you that he's going to do enough to show them folks that he can do it. I told you that you should have. Myles Garrett is going to have a great year. And what do you talk about? Stop mentioning his name going to training camp. Hans A. Jackson, can't wait for the turnaround. Then let's see what they're going to say. Well, some of them, I'll tell you what they'll say. Nothing. Zero. Zip. They don't say nothing. They don't just post up and say, you know what? I'll give Shador credit. I'll give him credit. I really didn't see it. But he's playing very well right now. I have to admit, he's playing well. Now, it's up to y'all if y'all let him knock on the arc door. If the aunties is doing a shift on the arc, if the aunties is at the door, it's gonna be kind of tough to get in the arc. I'm gonna let you know. The Auntie shift is crazy. They the boss that be micromanaging. Hold on. Who is that? Who at the door? What publication they work for? What publication, sir? Is that? Nah, see, you thought I was gonna say what publication. You see, it is because. Let me make sure this bit. Let me see. There we go. So if you're seeing this, my camera is a little overheating a little bit. Don't worry about it. We'll get that back on, but we'll continue to read these super chats though. Let's get to it. Where we at? DeAndre Black. First, Pittsburgh Steelers take my running back and now trade for my Hall of Fame defensive end, Miles. No. Why would I do that? The Miles Garrett thing is crazy. And I don't understand why people don't understand this. Why would I trade a person who's the reason my team can even be competitive? If the Cleveland Browns have a very strong defense, it gives your offense an opportunity to flourish and play well. But it's crazy because you would rather trade that person and get picks. Why would a general manager who needs to win now, why would he trade that for picks? He already has the youngest team in the league. He's going to have 2 more picks this year where 10 guys are going to be rookies. Why would you trade it for more picks? He's going to get fired. To some people, I think that's the goal, though. I think the goal is we really would like to see you get fired. Resurrect him. They hate anything the culture likes. A lot of people, if you can't identify with it, then they got to hate on it. You know what it is. But the culture is changing. Let's just keep it real. The fan base is in the midst of flipping over. Let's keep it a buck. Andrew Berry said primary draft offense. Let's talk about that. Let's get to it. Let's show them. Maybe these guys don't really understand how we moving with this, but I want to let them know though. I want to let's see if this makes any sense to you and I.
For us, the biggest thing was after figuring out where we were and where we wanted to be is maintaining a very open mind. Great coaches come in different shapes, sizes, backgrounds, you name it. And ultimately, you're trying to find an individual whose strengths align with what your organization needs in the moment. So we wanted to design a process that allowed us to cast a wide net and ultimately narrow it to the candidates that we felt fit what we were trying to accomplish over the next few years. With Todd, we love just his performance track record, what we heard about him with young players. His offensive track record was quite honestly like unprecedented in terms of being on the open market. Pro, college, mobile quarterbacks, limited quarterbacks, star quarterbacks, air raid system, power run game. It's very rare that you can find a coach that doesn't have a system, but is truly fluid in adapting it to the personnel.
How important kind of as you went through this was that shared vision of, here's what the coaching candidate, or in this case, what the coach Todd thinks versus what we think and how we're going to kind of get that onto the same page and be collaborative to get to that right answer?
I would probably make a comparison to maybe where we were coming out of the 2020 season, where in 2020 when we got here, our biggest priority was surrounding, our young quarterback Baker Mayfield at the time with as much as possible to make sure that the offense could get off the ground. Now, we had a very patchwork defense at the time, and going into 21, it was obvious to anyone who had any 2 eyes watching football where our investments would be. I think we're in a similar spot here, just with the opposite sides of the ball. So that, question is less candidate specific. Anyone we talked to understood that made the most sense. So there was probably very little time in terms of okay, where are we actually going to invest our resources this offseason?
All right, so now you've got Todd. You guys are ready to get going. What's kind of the message to the fans? You've talked about kind of where this team is, but listen, everybody wants winning football. What's kind of your message to the fans about what they can expect over the next few months? We talked about that critical 120 days, right, Jimmy talked about, to getting this team ready to be on the grass and get playing this fall.
Yeah, I think it's really 2 things. I think in the immediate term, we're going to hire the best coaching staff that we possibly can. Todd mentioned earlier today, it's not just about one person, but it's about the players and the staff that you put around your central decision makers. We're looking forward to investing in this offensive roster and the amount of flexibility that we're provided both from a resource standpoint and due to Todd's background, we're excited about the different possibilities and the different avenues we can go. And a lot of what we think through and what we talk through will be reflective of that.
Yeah, I think that when you look at it, Andrew Berry pretty much told you what he was going to do, didn't he? He kind of, exactly what he was going to do, right? So we don't have to continue to keep going over it. He just told you what it was going to happen. Let's get it popping. Anya says, alternative facts. We are not playing. Yeah. Hey, look. Yeah, look. You don't believe your lying eyes. Mr. Williams says, G. Bush, Cleveland Toxic Media is talking about quarterbacks, vets that have been in the league 4 or 5 years, haven't won nothing. Ain't that crazy to me? Ain't that crazy? They ain't won nothing, ain't never did nothing, no stats, but they'll tell you why, because they just want to see it. Ask them, again, make them rap. Hey, why you like him? Can you tell me why you like him without saying Shador Sanders? Go. What do you like about him as your starting quarterback? And you can't use the word Shador Sanders. Resurrect him. They hate Deshaun just as much as 12. Even more. They don't like Deshaun at all. Again, it's facts. Fans cheered when that man tore his heel up, tore his Achilles tendon. They're only conveniently using Deshaun Watson the same way they conveniently use Dylan Gabriel. I find the Dylan Gabriel conversation very funny because where are all those people that was lauding and showing Dylan Gabriel love? Now, all of a sudden, when people saying trade him, they're not coming to Dylan's aid. They don't say nothing. I thought, now, Dylan Gabriel only played a handful of games. You said he was a supercomputer. You said all these articles about him. Every single person. When Kevin Stefanski was running around leaking information, telling everybody they wanted to hear, every national outlet, everybody was writing exactly what Kevin said. Now, all of a sudden, Kevin ain't here. And now you want to get rid of him? But they'll use him in an argument periodically to discredit Shador Sanders. The same way they'll use Deshaun Watson to be like, oh, listen, they don't, Deshaun, he's going to be playing too. No, you guys really don't like that man either, to be honest with you, at all. You're definitely not into no Deshaun Watson. Let's not act like you are. But by the way, man, Deshaun Watson is he's on messaging though. That make you a little salty too. How dare this dude? See this different. See how Todd Munkett and the guys be rolling? They be on messaging. See, I noticed that the messaging is a lot crisper now that Kevin Stefanski in here. How's Garrett just talking? Denzel Ward, Shelby Harris. Look at these nice little photos. Everybody on messaging. I can see why y'all be upset a little bit. It's okay. Ben Scott, preaching to the choir. Sign me up. I just need a couple. JB Smooth, off topic, but I heard you a Warhammer 40K fan. Facts. Hey, Warhammer 40K is, I'm one of them. Here's the thing about Warhammer 40K. Is the Emperor, is he a bad father, right? Is he a bad father? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is he like his kids did get lost in the warp, like all of them, right? 12 of them, right? They got lost in the warp, right? So Warhammer 40K, shout out to them. Them little figurines is crazy. Also, did the Emperor have to sell his soul to get that power? I mean, he did go to the warp and he did mess around and kind of did bargain for that, and then he flipped on everybody. We'll talk about it. Yeah, but I'll be on that Warhammer 40K. Tanya says, the Boog interviews got him nervous. Connections, Cleveland media underestimated culture. Bush, you may need to pull a Shannon Sharp. Don't allow them to use your popularity for ratings. By the way, I do got some joints coming up. Tanya, you looking at my emails? I told a lot of people. Let me let you know. I talked to a lot of people. I'll just leave it at that. And a lot of times, it's all about timing. Right? I feel like some of the things that I want to do are outside of the realm of sports. I've always told people, like, I got an interest in talking to people about their interests, what makes them move, their purpose. And for me, sports is great, but I want to talk to people about the human side of it. To be honest with you, somebody always asks me, man, would you do a Shador Sanders interview? I said, man, if I did a Shador Sanders interview, I wouldn't even talk about football. If I did a Coach Prime interview, I don't even know if I would have football be on the top of the docket to talk to. Because, like, as I get older and as I evolve, I like the Browns. I love sports, but I'm a person that's interested in meaning, which is bigger than that. Like, It's bigger than checks. It's bigger than views and clicks. Like at some point in time, you know, as you get older, you realize that you got more time past you than you got in front of you. And the only thing that I want as I continue to go forward is being like, I want to when I close my eyes and it's the last time I'm here, I want to feel comfortable with what I left. Did I do exactly what God told me to do? Did I do it in a way that was fulfilling and pleasing for what my purpose is, right? So for me, as you get older, you start to realize that, okay, that's cool. Like, I don't want to do no regular football interview. Like sometimes I don't really want to do that. Like, I'll talk to you about a lot of different things. I got a lot of interest in different things like that. But more than anything is evolving. And I keep trying to tell people, it's no disrespect. Like, you and me, we not the same. The things I want to talk about and I want to do is not the same thing that's traditional. If you notice, this is not a traditional format. Some of the stuff that I talk about is non-traditional. And a lot of times I get it. There's times where the stuff I talk about, it may not be for everybody. It may not be mainstream. It may not be that this type of format, it connects with people on all regular sports talk stations. And it took me a long time to understand that it's okay. It's not a knock to what I do and how I go about things. Maybe it's just not mainstream, but it also sets me up to do things that I really want to do and really want to talk about and have the leeway to talk about it, right? So that's a long story, I guess. But I do got some great interviews coming up. And I am like the content that we got. I mean, I'm excited about it because there's a few interviews that that are going to happen where I think it's going to really be eye-opening and it's going to be a trajectory where you say, man, like that changed the game a little bit. Thanks for sending the t-shirt. I sent an email. We need to start the New Cleveland Network. I can help you get sponsors. There are YouTubers that can do segments. Hashtag offense, VA Auntie. We appreciate you so much. So many people reach out. Now I always tell people, it's so many. This year has been a whirlwind from, a lot of people don't know. I work for the Bleacher Report too. So I do daily Bleacher Report updates. I do UCSS. I do Ultimate Browns. I do Barbershop. So I do post-game shows. I do a bunch of different things. So it's just about, and this year just figuring out how it worked and continue to find out what was really the best opportunity to continue to put out the best content we can. But I always appreciate everybody's support and input, and I love y'all for showing up, and even when we ain't even talk about much. I mean, but we appreciate you. Hard pressure. McAllister from TCU will be a steal in the fifth. I like him too. I actually like him. We almost done with our wide receiver breakdown. I think me and Tyvis is going to go over. We're going to get to offensive linemen, and then we also going to go with like draft steals. Like we're going to go over tape from some unknown guys and give you some opportunity to see some people who you could possibly get at a bargain deal for the Browns later on in the draft. Ben Scott, loving the New Cleveland Network media, hashtag new Cleveland. Shout out to you, Ben. We appreciate it. We don't keep it cooking, man. Patrick Williams, G. Bush, Cleveland media is toxic. They hate media is toxic. They hate Manziel, Baker, Watson, and Sanders. They're making money off negative publicity. That's why the team will never do an interview on these toxic radio stations. Can't say that they didn't have no love for none of them. Now, Johnny he's a thorn in his own side. I mean, Baker has some self-inflicted wounds, but to be honest with you, though, they didn't. I mean, there's people that, got into it with Baker. Reporters, you can go look them up. You can go look up who people had problems with. Sean Watson always had a contentious, from the get-go here. Shador was contentious. You know what I'm saying? It just seems that that's just the way it is. Ms. Bell says, my apologies, Xavier Weaver is still a Cardinal. Just read a story, wishful thinking. Always want our CU babies together. Browns could use them. I'd take them. If you know something I don't, we can get with him. The Ashanti Mob, we appreciate you so much for becoming a member. We appreciate you, and welcome to the family. Anita says, so you're saying people talking these crazy takes based on emotion and content for views are not good business people, poor strategists, and would own the first NFL team put up for sale by the IRS. Yeah, some people will be terrible owners. These trades are so comical. I'm like, you do know that like your fan base would revolt. You can't even sell. I mean, Denzel, it's the greatest hits. Let me ask you a question. Can the Cleveland Browns, can people tell me who they really like? Do you like anybody? Because it seems to be y'all got a problem with a lot of people. They have a problem with a lot of cats. And some of them is good. Why you want to trade Denzel? Well, he don't even do nothing. Jab 9237. That's a Barry right now building a whole arc while everybody else is panicking. People screaming, fire him, while he's quietly stacking talent to be talent 2 by 2, like the flood is coming. Get on board. Y'all out here moving. It's kind of, this is so accurate. We stacking. Everybody that came out and told you. Think about it. For every time that they keep trying to tell another dude that Quinshon Judkins interview, what you think about, hey man, he a good leader. You know this, right? You know this. This ain't no coincidence. It's all good, y'all. Became a member a couple of weeks ago, just caught up on all the old material. Glad I joined. So worth it. Thank you, G. Bush, for the content. It's all good, y'all. Thank you. We appreciate you. We just try to make it like that. I got family blogs on there. Me and my wife, we do it. We do a family blog on there. We got film review on there. We got a bunch of stuff. Me and Tyvis then got the wide receiver stuff on there. So we just keep offering it, man. Continue. By the way, make sure y'all check that out. Members only hotline. Members only hotline. You want to be part of the show? We put it on the members only chat on YouTube. We put a question out there. You guys can send us. Matter of fact, somebody did not get with us. If you're in the building, my man, let me play this again. Let me play this. Where we at?
This is Nate from Bristol, Virginia.
Nate from Bristol, Virginia. Nate, hit us up. You won the call of the day last week. Email us at fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com with your information. Nate from Bristol, fifthdimensionmedia1@gmail.com, so we can send you your shirt for becoming the caller of the day. Right? Let's continue to go. We'll listen to what he has to say.
I forgot to say that on the last one. G Breezy for Sheezy. Tell the ESPN Ultimate cast to take it easy. They know Shador didn't have any first-team reps. They threw him in the game against Baltimore without ever even playing with anybody on the first team. He was thrown to third and fourth stringers and trash cans. And look how much better the third and fourth stringers got. That's a sign of a true leader. So stop playing with us, man. QB1.
Hit us up. Call of the day. So if you want to get the call of the day, become a member. You get the access to the hotline, and we continue to cook. Let's go. Let's continue to run through these. Alexander Gallant, ball players get it. James, Donovan, Jarrett get it. They understand it. Players play, ballers ball. RDM says if Shador Sanders leads the Browns to 26 playoff, the next narrative is going to be if we had blank, Browns make the Super Bowl. Is there a draft path to Manning? I mean, I know that Shador played well, but if you can get a generational player like Arch that can raise your ceiling, you gotta look at it. Would you trade Shador for the first overall pick in Arch Manning? You know it's coming. You know what it is. Nikki says, hey, G. Bush and Rosie, I see how they bait you on UCSS, but I love that you remain unbothered. They need the negative energy. Keep your peace. Hey, man, I tell them, hey, guys, ain't no new games happening, Nikki. Ain't no new games happening. Tomorrow is what? February 22nd. Browns don't start practices for the preseason until August. Good luck with that, fellas. Just saying. You ain't going to get no new games. I said what I said. And what Myles Garrett say? Hold on. What Myles Garrett say? What did Myles Garrett say? What did he say again?
Quarterbacks, the challenges. Do y'all have the guy? Is Shador the guy?
That's what we're looking at as a guy.
Hold on. What did you say again?
The challenges. Do y'all have the guy? Is Shador the guy?
That's what we're looking at as a guy.
Okay. Is that what you said, Myles? Don't listen to this Garrett. Listen to that Garrett. Now, you can listen to this Garrett, but that Garrett, he kind of is in there.
No, we're going to give him a shot to prove that he's a guy. So we're not going to give anyone that title until they go out there and earn it. And he was the last person to be on the field, and he showed some flashes.
Don't pay attention to me. Did Myles Garrett say Kyler Murray? Did Myles Garrett say Malik Willis? I don't think Myles Garrett was running around. He's talking about Kirk Cousins. He said it. I didn't. Stop asking me the questions.
So we're going to give him an opportunity to show what we can really do. Did
it sound like he said that they're going to get rid of him, cut the whole room? He said no. They're going to give him opportunity to show what he can do. And by the way, he's already met with the staff. He's already met with Andrew Berry. He's met with Todd Monken. He's met with the owner. Do you think that he's not speaking from a level of inside knowledge on the he just broke the sack record. Of course he knows what's going on. Stop asking me. Ask Myles Garrett. Not this Garrett, but that Garrett.
Uncork the ball.
Yeah, you paying another guy $46 billion. Is he going to get a shot?
Dude almost had a seizure up there, Myles Garrett. He rolled his eyes so tough. Watch how Myles Garrett rolled his eyes. I didn't roll my eyes. He did. Let me go back again. He rolled his eye like this. What'd he say? Oh, boy.
I feel like everyone on the roster is going to get a shot. And
Everybody going to get a chance to play.
he was the last guy on the field, so he's obviously going to get first servings. And
he was the last guy on the field, and he's going to get first servings. There's nothing more to talk about. Moving right along. It's all good, y'all. Willis got no pool. He don't even have a profile pic. He is correct. He is correct. To be honest with you, this is why my receipts are devastating. He ain't lying. Willis ain't even got no Packers profile. Who is this? This looks like undrafted free agent roster 68 on Madden 94. Where is your picture, bro? Where are all the stats, too? Where are these stats? Where are these mythical I was balling stats? What year is this? 14 of 23 for 99 yards, 3 of 4 for 20 yards, 2 of 4 for 16 yards, 5 of 16 for 80 yards, 6 of 10 for 55 yards. Bro, you cannot make this stuff up. Are you serious? Cap. It's all cap. What are we talking about here? Where's these 4 or 5 for 74 yards? Where's these stats at? I'm looking for them. I'm gonna continue just to keep putting stats up there because G. Bush keeps receipts. I just have them on deck. Where are the stats at? His best game, he was 13 and 19 for 202. Where are the numbers at? 12 of 14, 122. Where is these 400-yard games? Where are they at? Shador Sanders did this in one game, 360 in one game. But that don't count. But I guess you like 13 and 19 for 202 better. I'm just playing. I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it cooking. I know. Let's keep it moving. We got to get this. My camera is overheating because I can keep bringing out these receipts. See you, Auntie. You better know we not playing around here. Kim, we appreciate you. Sandra speaks. Auntie's anthem. Don't start none. Won't be none. Shout out to Little John. G is my Cleveland insider. Thank goodness he keeps it Christ-like. True. Got to. The only way you can do it. Miss Bell says, can't be a Browns fan without the round-the-block approach to Shador. Name him quarterback one, build around him. Game fans make money. If he loses 7 years, won't kill you. It's going to be see, Miss Bell, here's a crazy thing. I think the way they're doing it roundabout is the only smart way they can actually do it. The only roundabout way they can do it is because they actually is playing the media right now. They're playing the rope-a-dope. If you don't know what the rope-a-dope for the younger folks is, it's when Muhammad Ali used to sit on the ropes and let you punch yourself out. Punch yourself out. Muhammad Ali is absorbing and blocking all them blows. And then you're tired. You're sluggish. You're so tired that then Muhammad Ali come off them ropes and start beating the brakes off you, working the jab. They rope-a-doping you right now. They punching themselves out on these stories. Quarterback conversations. They punching themselves out. And we over here just blocking. Kyler Murray, block. Malik Willis, block. Kirk Cousins, block. Ty Simpson, block. Bianca, I feel the Browns will play on Thanksgiving or Christmas because of the Shador. What is the deal with saying Shador is bad every day on the show? Sometimes people get to trying to convince themselves. I don't know if they think that ain't convincing me. And it ain't convincing the Browns. Maybe they still what is the goal of, they need something. Maybe they're convincing themselves like Kevin Stefanski's coming back. He's not. You can say it all you want, bro. CJ, Mr. 6, became a member. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you, and welcome to the family. Lorenzo says, thanks for all you do, G. Bush. I appreciate it. No, thank you guys for support. Thank you guys for having a comment. We building something cool over here. Hashtag New Cleveland. We ready to move. Lady V. Scott, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, Lady Scott. We appreciate you and your contribution. Saying, man, a lot of quarterback ideas, not enough left tackle, offensive guard ones. Saying so. Too many quarterback ideas, not enough offensive line ideas. Too many quarterback conversations, not enough how we building this offensive line. Too many quarterback conversations, not enough what kind of trade can we cook up at wide receiver. Let me ask y'all something. Are we the only ones on a barbershop that's talking about receivers? Are we the only one that's been doing it since the college football season ended? Where is all, you know what you need? Why are we not having the great debate about Mekhi Lemon, Tate, Carnell Tate, and Jordan Tyson? We talk about Kyler Murray. Come on, man. Who's not even being rumored to go to the Browns. Jesus is the way. Became a member. I appreciate you so much. Thank you for joining the family. Hard pressure. Quinshawn gave a great interview about Shador. Miles made it known he's got his back and expects him to be leading man in the quarterback room in 2026. Quinshawn came out. Quinshawn came with the noise. Quinshawn came with the energy. F.E. Johnson became a member. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Kim G, also thank you for the rage bait piece. It was obvious. We all want is for Shador to get treated fairly and get an opportunity, which he will. And that's the biggest problem that I've always had. I don't like that stuff, bro. I don't like people who throw rocks and then hide their hands and act like you don't know why. Like Coach Prime said, you don't know why people are upset because there's a list of people who sullied his character, said a bunch of things that were lies, dropped his draft stock, and they kept rolling with it. Only to disappear, come back and be like, okay, no harm, no foul. No harm, no foul. I mean, it didn't work. Now you want to pivot to the field. No, the only thing people want, and I apologize, I'm dealing with a little head code if you can realize here. The problem is all people wanted was a fair opportunity to go out and play and get an opportunity to play and do something that Kevin Stefanski said was going to happen. Nobody told Kevin Stefanski to come out and say it was a competition. Not only did he come out and say it was a competition, he came out and made a mockery of it, and he had Shador Sanders over there playing like he is some little kid or something. Not only did he do that, he's telling everybody in the world that'll listen that he don't know the plays, he don't know, he's immature, he's not good. And he wrote it and kept writing it. And still to this day, still try to say he's not good. Even though now we already have the benefit of film, we have the benefit of watching what the players are saying. And guess what? How can you take for what people in the building are saying when you got player after player after player after player on record right now? Denzel Ward, Shelby Harris, Myles Garrett, former NFL players, Emmitt Smith, Kurt Warner, Chase Daniels talks about it. Drew Bledsoe talks about it. Ocho Cinco, Shannon Sharp talk about it. Hanford Dixon talks about it. Josh Cribbs talks about it. TJ Houshmandzadeh talks about it. Why is it that I could get a laundry list of guys that played at the highest level, but you'll sit here and tell me that my opinion don't count when I'm breaking it down, and then I point to all of these other people that are Hall of Fames playing at the highest level, and you say, I got somebody that I trust that is telling me that in the building. You see, this game is about discredit. It's about gatekeeping. This is the problem. I don't like it. It's the problem I don't like. The fact that Bill Belichick's not in the Hall of Fame because you got a bunch of people writing who ain't never done it. Where can, at any place in your life, you question what a person dedicates their life to? It's the only thing, because sports is popular. We got a situation now where how can I have any opinion on astrophysics? Can I go to NASA and give them an opinion about something? No, sir. You don't have the education to do that. No, sir. Can I get in an airplane and tell a pilot, hey, man, you need to make a left right over here by New Mexico? No, you can't do it. Doesn't work. Don't work. Does not work at all. Let's continue on. Casey, M5415, keep a knocking, but you can't come in. The Manties, man, at the door. They be like, hey, listen, hey, when you go to the Ark, you got to come in the daytime. Yeah, in the daytime, you know, Rosie be up there. Yeah, she might let you in. She be letting a little, you know what I'm saying, she open the doors up, let some fresh air get in here. But you can't come at the midnight shift and the aunties be watching the door. They ain't gonna let you in the Ark. Sandra, speak true. That's not true. They are not engaged, fake news. But they might not be engaged, I'm sorry. If they're not engaged, I got hit with the ooh. Can you find out for me, Rosie, if Myles Garrett is really engaged? Is that true? She'll tell me. Buckeye Paulie. If they want to talk themselves into a quarterback not named Shador Sanders, we're going to let them. They've been putting it out there for a month now. There you go. Reverend B.J. Nelson. The majority of Cleveland media don't have a good mind. They ride the short yellow bus and wear the helmet sobbing on the window saying, fake news. Rosie has said it. It's fake news. According to the internet, Myles Garrett is not engaged. He's not engaged. Okay? So we retract that statement. Ms. Bell, I don't buy baby gifts until the baby is born. I need to see what they really do with Shador before I commit to being a Browns fan. Fair shot is all I ask. There you go. You're right. What's the name? My coach used to say, hey, show me don't tell me about the labor pain. Show me the baby. You know, got to wait till you get it. Sheed X, JC treats 12 stats as the final word. So explain how Flacco was the worst for the quarterback for Cleveland and start 6 interceptions, 9 sacks, 23.7 QBR. Then went off in Cincinnati. I can see it now. Once the offense improves, the goalposts on 12 will move too. Shaking my head. But they coming. Oh, they're there. Once they improve, them goalposts, once the Browns get good, them posts gonna be moving like this. Boop, 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 boop. Sean Richardson became a YouTube member. Thank you so much, Sean. Welcome to the family. We appreciate you, my guy. David Walker. Hey, G, I've been a member, and I'm trying to get my t-shirt. T-shirt. David Walker, hit us up. Let me see. Fifth Dimension Media 1@gmail.com. Hit us up with your name, where we can send it to, information, size, and we got that out right today. Let's get it going. We got it out today. Anybody but sure UCSS is at the point where they believe that their feelings are what the Browns should do. Haslam is not trading the money train. Hashtag New Cleveland. It's wishful thinking. It's wishful. I told y'all, listen, don't be mad. Remember when I told them, I said, listen, guys, Shador, if you really want to mess them up, go out and win these last 2 games. You really want to throw a monkey wrench in people's games? Go out and win these last 2 games. What did he do? He beat the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers. They lost to 3 points by a Super Bowl contender in the Buffalo Bills. Then he went on the road in a game that didn't mean nothing, and he won that game too. Guess what happened? I guess he was listening. Kevin Stefanski was gone. They didn't think he was gone, did they? Kevin's not gone. All right, well, he's out of here. I told you Andrew Barry's staying. That happened. Told you Dillon wasn't going to be balling. That happened. I told you Kenny Pickett wasn't going to do nothing. I told you about every quarterback before the season started, including Arch Manning, Nussmeier, Cade Klubnik, Lenore Sellers, Dante Moore. I told you Dante Moore wasn't it. And then they went out and he looked like that, and we figured out he wasn't it. You can name me a Kool-Aid drinker and everything you want. Tell me one thing in 2025 when we came alive was I incorrect about. I'll wait. We don't got time to relitigate. Once he did enough to prove that he was in the mix, now it really starts. All it did is reset. So now we at the top again with an opportunity to prove himself to somebody that actually likes his skill set, that actually can say his name, that actually may be invested in putting him in the best positions for the Cleveland Browns to win some football games. And they'll actually do something about putting some talent around. So once the season ended, it was all she wrote. We on to the draft. We on to the combine. We'll catch y'all in 2 days. W. Thompson became a member. Thank you so much, W. Thompson. We appreciate you. Welcome to the family. Well, I know it was a long one. We missed a lot of different things. We kept going, but we got through it. We appreciate every single person out here. Make sure that if you are the caller of the day, and you are the member, super chatter today, you make sure you get us together. Make sure you do that, right? And if you do want to become a member and you do want to join the family, you want to get access to all of our other content, make sure you are checking us out at the barbershop. You can hit that join button right below us and continue to support. We appreciate every single one of you because we're trying to build a community over here. We're trying to build something of value. We want to continue to support. If you want to be on there, check it out. You can become a member. You can be a VIP member today, and you get shout outs. You get priority in the chat. As you see, all of our priority chats go throughout the thing. You get access to the voicemail. You get access to 20% off on barbershop gear that's not branded. You also get access to all our other content as well. So let's continue to do that. Exclusive streams, you know what we do, right? You never know when G. Bush might show up, radio, television, or internet. But if you want the fresh cut on sports, you gotta watch because I keep the Clippers. Have a great rest of your evening. And as always, you know what it is. Even though they be hating, go. And by the way, we're going to end it in a new way. Hashtag New Browns.